Look at this manuscript. You are looking at the iPhone of the 13th century. Most people think robotics and automation were invented in a Silicon Valley garage or a high-tech Japanese lab in the 1980 seconds. They think the Dark Ages were a time of silence and ignorance. But the truth is, while Europe was sleeping in the dark, a Muslim engineer in southern Turkey was building a machine so complex, modern engineers still struggle to replicate it today. It wasn't just a clock, it was a computer, it was a diplomat, and it was built for God. Assalamu alaikum. If you want to support this dawah and help us uncover more lost history of our ummah, please subscribe. It is free for you, but the reward is eternal. Let's bring this legacy back to life. We are traveling back to the year 1206. The location is the Artukid Palace in Diyarbakir, in what is now modern-day Turkey. The world is in flux. The Crusaders are still a threat in the west, and the Mongols are gathering strength in the east. But here, in the heart of the Islamic Golden Age, the war isn't fought with swords, it is fought with ink and gears. Enter Badi al-Zaman Abu al-Iz Ismail ibn al-Razaz al-Jazari. The title, Badi al-Zaman, means the wonder of the age. He wasn't just a scholar, he was the chief engineer of the Artukid king, Nasir al-Din Mahmud. The king had a problem. In a society governed by the 5 daily prayers, time is not a luxury, it is a law. If you miss the time, you miss the meeting with your creator. The king needed a device that didn't just tell time, he needed a device that would stun the world with the sophistication of the Islamic Empire. He turned to Al-Jazari and said, "Do not just write about it, build it." Al-Jazari faced a massive conflict. The technology to keep perfect time didn't exist yet. Sand clocks were inaccurate, sundials didn't work at night. He needed to master hydromechanics, the power of water. But the challenge wasn't just mechanical, it was symbolic. The king wanted a machine that represented the universality of Islam. It had to show that science and faith were not enemies, but brothers. Al-Jazari spent years sketching. He wasn't using batteries or electricity, he was using gravity and buoyancy. He had to calculate the exact flow rate of water through a small orifice, a hole at the bottom of a tank hidden deep inside a massive statue of an elephant. If the hole was too big, the clock runs fast. Too small, it runs slow. The margin for error was microscopic. He was building the very first closed-loop feedback system, the grandfather of the automation that runs your thermostat and your car engine today. Stop for a moment. Put yourself in that workshop. It is late at night. The oil lamp is flickering, casting long dancing shadows against the stone walls. The air smells of cedar wood, wet clay, and metallic copper. Al-Jazari is exhausted. His eyes are straining against the dim light. He holds a small, perforated copper bowl in his hands, the heart of the machine. He places it gently on the surface of the water tank. He holds his breath. Plip, plip. He watches the water seep in. He isn't just watching a bowl sink, he is watching his reputation, his years of study, and his promise to the king hang in the balance. He feels the coldness of the water on his fingertips. In his mind, he visualizes the gears turning, the ropes pulling, the balls dropping. The anxiety is a physical weight in his chest. It's the loneliness of the genius, knowing that if this fails, they will say he was just a dreamer, but then the bowl tilts, a perfect, calculated descent. The click of the mechanism resetting echoes in the silent room. A smile cracks his tired face. It works. Now, witness the masterpiece. It is the dawn of a new day. The court has gathered. The elephant clock stands majestic, a towering structure of gold, green, and red. As the half-hour strikes, the machine comes alive. The perforated bowl inside the elephant's belly sinks, pulling a string. This string releases a ball that drops into the mouth of a serpent, a dragon. The dragon tips forward, its weight pulling a system of pulleys. The dragon drops the ball into a vase. The sound rings out like a gong, but it's not over. The mechanism triggers a scribe sitting on the elephant's back, a mechanical robot who rotates and points his pen to the exact minute. Above him, a phoenix spins. At the very top, a sultan figure moves his arms. It is a symphony of motion. A bird sings, the dragon resets, the bowl floats back up automatically. This was 1206. There is no electricity here. It is a perpetual motion of genius. The crowd gasps. They aren't just seeing a clock. They are seeing a multicultural marvel. Look closely at the design. The elephant represents India and Africa. The dragon represents China. The phoenix represents ancient Egypt. The rug represents Persia. And the turban represents the Islamic realm. Al-Jazari combined the symbols of the known world into one machine, driven by the water of life, all to tell the time for prayer. Al-Jazari wrote all of this down in Times, the book of knowledge of ingenious mechanical devices. He didn't hide his secrets, he shared them. He invented the camshaft, the crankshaft, and the segment gear parts that are inside the car you drive today. But the lesson here isn't just about engineering. It's about purpose. Al-Jazari didn't build this to get rich. He didn't build it for viral fame. He built it because, in the Islamic worldview, studying the physical world is a form of worship. To understand gravity is to understand the laws of Allah. To build a machine that brings people to prayer is a sadaqah jariyah, a continuous charity. He showed us that being a religious person doesn't mean disconnecting from the world. It means mastering the world to serve the Creator. My brother, my sister, are you ready for this moment? Al-Jazari spent years perfecting a machine just to ensure he didn't miss a prayer by a single minute. He used the highest technology of his time to guard his worship. Today, we have the most advanced technology in our pockets. We have alarms, apps, and notifications. Yet, we still hit snooze. We still delay. The elephant clock wasn't just a timekeeper, it was a mirror. It asks us, if a machine can be this disciplined in its submission to time, what is our excuse? May Allah grant us the curiosity of Al-Jazari, the discipline to guard our prayers, and the wisdom to use our skills to benefit the Ummah. May He make our works a witness for us, not against us, on the Day of Judgment.